Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Silicone Bluetooth backlit keyboard. And this keyboard was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful, I'll put a link in the description to this on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this keyboard has a unique feature that you can pair it up to 3 different devices at once. Then you can switch between the 3 different devices. So it comes with this silicone membrane you can put on it, so this would keep dust out, or crumbs, or food, or whatever. So I don't know that I'll use this on the keyboard daily, but I may put it on it when I'm not using the keyboard so dust doesn't get on it. So we have a charge cable here. This has USB-A and USB-C. We have a manual back here. So my first impression is that this keyboard is pretty hefty. It's made of metal, and it has some weight to it, so it's not going to slide around on your desk on accident. I'll put the membrane over this. There we go. So you can press the keys through the membrane. So we have a user manual here. So I'm going to plug this in. We'll let this charge up and I'll read through the manual. So the charge port is on the back here. And you can see here it has this little piece of plastic here. I'm guessing the antenna for the Bluetooth is there. And it has little rubber feet here and here on the 4 corners. There's little bits of plastic there too. I'm not sure what that's for. So this has 3 different buttons for 3 different Bluetooth channels. I like that because they could potentially have put one button in that you would press to cycle between the channels, but then you don't know if you're on 1, 2, or 3. This way you can just hit the one you're on. So if you have a desk with, say, 3 computers on it and they're in a row, you can have the left one be Bluetooth 1, the middle one be Bluetooth 2, and the right one be Bluetooth 3. There's a keyboard light button, so there's 3 different modes there. There's the dim, medium, and bright. And you can turn it off altogether. So it says the backlight turns off after 30 seconds with no operation, and you press any key to wake it back up. So that just turns the backlight off. If the keyboard and the backlight are inactive for 30 minutes, then it will make the whole thing go to sleep to save your battery, and then you press a key and it will turn it back on. So it has an on-off switch on it. It says press once to choose Bluetooth channel 1, 2, or 3. The white indicator flashes and the keyboard enters the Bluetooth mode. Long press for 3 to 5 seconds. The white indicator flashes quickly and the keyboard enters into Bluetooth pairing mode. Then it goes over how to set this in Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. And once you have it paired, you just press Bluetooth 1, 2, or 3 to switch computers. It says when the battery of the keyboard is very low, the low voltage light, the Bluetooth channel 1, 2, or 3 indicator light, will flash for 180 seconds quickly, then turns the keyboard off. Please recharge the keyboard at this time to make sure the keyboard can work properly. The charging light is red and turns green after fully charged. When the battery is too low, the backlight doesn't work and delay or slow response will begin to appear while typing. So this has multimedia function keys. It has a chart here, but as far as I can see, everything is the same on the different systems, except that the Mac does not have a home button. So this will do mute, volume, play, pause, forward, reverse, the backlight on the device, if that's possible, select all, copy, paste, cut, search, and then the home. And here are the parameters. I've gone over some of these, but we have a 750 milliamp hour battery. Battery life is 1000 times charge discharge. Key life is 3 million strokes. Standby time is 500 hours with no backlight. Continuous working time is 200 hours with no backlight. To wake it up, you press any key. Operating distance is within 8 meters, so that would be about 24 feet or so. Working current with no backlight is less than 3 milliamps. The keyboard dimensions are 426.8 by 113.5 by 10.7 millimeters. And then here it tells the working time with the backlight. So on the lowest brightness you have less than or equal to 12 hours, medium you have less than or equal to 8 hours, and the highest setting you have less than or equal to 4 hours. Okay, so let's check this out. I can turn the keyboard on with the switch here. There we go. It's in pairing mode right now. So I'm going to pair this with my Windows PC. So this is a Windows 10 PC. I'll go down to the start and I'll go to settings. I'll click on devices. I'll click on add Bluetooth device. I'll click on the first option for Bluetooth. It says make sure your device is on and discoverable. I see the Bluetooth keyboard here. I'll click on that. That's connecting. It says your device is ready to go. So I'll hit done. I'll close this out. I'll open up a text editor here. So I just search for Notepad. Okay, I was able to type there, so the keyboard is working. Next, I'll switch over to my MacBook. So on the keyboard, I'm going to press the number 2 Bluetooth button, and then I'll hold it down for 3 to 5 seconds. On the Mac, I'm going to go to System Preferences. I'll go to Bluetooth, and it will search for the keyboard. Okay, the keyboard came up. I'll hit Connect. Now the keyboard assistant came up, so I'll hit Continue. I'll press the button to the right of the left Shift key, which is Z, and then I'll press the button to the left of the right Shift key, which is question mark. Then I'll hit Done here. I'll open up a text editor. There we go. So now I'm going to switch back over to the Windows computer. I'm going to press the Bluetooth 1 button on the keyboard, and then I'll start typing. Okay, now I'll switch back over to the Mac. I'll see if I can get both of these on the screen at the same time. So I'm going to hit this button here, and then I'll start pressing a key. So you can see that was actually pretty fast. So I'll go back to Bluetooth 1. I'll go back to Bluetooth 2. So yeah, there was really no delay switching devices there. Next, I'm going to connect this up to an iPad. So I'll go to my settings here, then I'll go to Bluetooth, and I'll press the third button. And since this isn't connected to anything yet, it automatically is going into pairing mode when I press that. So I'll hit Bluetooth keyboard here. It's asking if I want to pair, so I'll hit pair. Okay, it's connected up. Now I can hit Alt-Tab and I can go to different apps here. So I'll get somewhere I can type. Okay, so I opened up Pages here. I'll open up a new document somehow. I don't use this very often. Okay, now I'll type something here. And now this will give you a lot of the functionality you have on a desktop. So if I want to copy or paste, I can use my arrow key and I can hold down Shift and select words, and I can do Command C to copy and then Command V to paste. That was kind of interesting. After I selected that and I held down Command, it brought up a little bit of help. So it told me the different things I can type with Command. So using a Bluetooth keyboard with an iPad can give you a lot of extra functionality. So let's say I got rid of my iPad and I got a second MacBook Pro. So I'm going to go to my other MacBook Pro and we'll connect this up to it. So I'll open up System Preferences on this computer. I'll go into Bluetooth. And the keyboard won't show up now because it's not in pairing mode. So I'll go here and I'll hold down the 3 for 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, you see it's flashing now, and now it came up on the computer. So I'll click Connect there. The keyboard assistant came up, so I'll hit Continue. I'll hit Z and question mark. I'll hit Done. Now I'll hit Command Tab to go to my text editor. Command N for a new text edit program. There we go. So this keyboard will also connect up to Android devices, and I'm guessing it would work with Linux just the same. So another thing to consider is you might have two devices you want to use this with. You might want to use it with your computer and say your tablet or phone, and you may not have a device for that third option yet. Well, you can also connect this up to like a PlayStation, probably the Xbox. I don't have an Xbox. I'm guessing you could connect it to that too. You could connect this to an Amazon Fire TV or other devices like that. So you may not want a keyboard hooked up to those devices all the time, but every once in a while you have to type in a password or something, and it's easier if you have a keyboard connected. So you could use that third Bluetooth if you don't have it designated for something else. You know, hook that up to your Fire TV, type your password in. When you're done, go back to your desktop you normally use it with or whatever. So it's very versatile in that way. This is kind of a modern take on what they would call a KVM, which is a keyboard video mouse device. And that would allow you to connect a keyboard, monitor, and mouse into a box, and then you could hook multiple computers to it. Well, for me and a lot of other people, those aren't the best devices because I actually have multiple monitors here. So I don't want to share monitors, I just want a keyboard that I can use between the different devices. So this is a great solution for what I need, and I think a lot of people will like this too. This is really going to eliminate a lot of cords on my desk. So now let's take a look at Backlight. So I'll turn the lights out and then we'll take a look at that. I need to start with the light on. There's a button here with the light bulb on it. So I'll turn the lights off. I can press that once. That's dim. I'll press it again. That's medium. I'll press it again. and that's bright. It's hard to tell on my camera what the brightness modes are, but it looks similar to a backlit keyboard, I guess you'd say. I press it again, it's off. I'm going to move the camera a little closer so you can have a better look. Okay, so that's off. That's the dim mode. And on this dim mode, I can easily see all of the characters. It's a little bit brighter there on number 2, and that's number 3. So if I'm using the backlight, I will likely use the dim mode because I can easily see the keys here and I'll get the best battery life. That backlight is a nice feature for people that like to work in the dark, or if you're in a conference room or a theater room and you're using this keyboard to, say, control a presentation or surf the net on TV or different things like that. That's a nice feature to have the backlight in there. So that's the Silicone Bluetooth keyboard. I think this is going to be a great addition to my tech equipment. Being Bluetooth, not only does it eliminate one wire to a computer, but it eliminates 3 keyboards and 3 wires to 3 different computers. So it's a much cleaner setup. So if you have any questions about this, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.